life is going to kick you down and you have to take it, you know? I'll give you a couple punches, you're gonna dodge them motherfuckers, and you gonna keep going.
Long story short, we moved in our first apartment together around October, I believe, or maybe even a little bit earlier than that, like around fall of last year, with some roommates. And it is now May. I think today's May 2nd or May 3rd. One of our roommates, pardon my language, but he kind of fucked us over. And, you know, he didn't tell us what was going on, and he just said, you guys got to move out, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of miscommunication happening within that region, but we got kicked out, and we had literally, and it's so crazy because we came back this weekend from visiting our good friends, and we were gigging with them this weekend. I don't know if you guys know, but, you know, we're musicians. So we gig around a lot, as much as we can anyway. We get the call on the way, you know, coming back home that we got to move our stuff out by today, you know, like by yesterday when we got that call. And it was like 6 o'clock in the evening. Remind you, we kind of already packed up most of our stuff. Like we put it all in crates and stuff. But, you know, we thought we'd have a certain amount of time to move our stuff. So we were going to move our stuff slowly, you know, that was the plan. But it didn't happen like that. We had to move our stuff out the same day. Mind you, it was an hour-and-a-half drive. You know, we've been playing music for the whole weekend, and we just got handed this. Sometimes you know, you make plans and you have in your mind a perspective of what's going to happen and how it's going to happen, but sometimes God has another plan. It's funny because around this time last year, me and my boyfriend were doing, like, we were kind of house hopping and car living. And now we're waiting on someone to contact us about this house or whatever. And it hasn't happened yet. So we're really on the edge of our seats right now. And we basically don't have anywhere to really live. We don't have a ground. We're okay with that because this has happened before with us, and we know how to handle it now, probably even better. But it's just that, you know, I personally don't like to ask people for help. I'm truly independent, and my boyfriend's the same way. So it was just like, you know, I'd rather live for the experience. I think experience is the best teacher that you can ever have. And if you don't experience, then you don't really live, you know? At least that's what I think. So yeah, so that's what we're dealing with. It's like it's always when you're pushing and you're climbing, you're grinding, you have in your mind what exactly you want to do. And then a freaking tractor trailer just comes and just kind of like slows down your motion, you know, and that's life. You can't plan for the things that are inevitably meant to happen. I don't know if I said that right, but it's a lot, you know. And it's always when you're trying your hardest to succeed, but I guess you have to balance out, you know. You're in a center ground, you know. You're at the core of the situation, and you have to make smart decisions, and you have to live through them, you know. I know God has a better plan for us. I think everything happens for a reason, so I'm always looking at the positive side, but it's just sometimes it's so hard, you know. You try to be positive and you try to think all great things, but you know, reality kicks in sometimes, and you just can't control. You can't control your emotions. Me right now. Moral of the story: all of us are dealing with things, and I never judge anyone, you know, because you never know what they're dealing with. But you just gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep moving. You can't stop. You can't let this little, you know, whatever it is that's happening to you, you can't let that, you know, fester and build up and then you just explode. You gotta tackle it. You have to absorb it, accept it, know that it's happening, and use that as an advantage to keep moving forward. So for anybody who's gotten this far and who's watching this, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I just want you to know that you're worth it. You can do it. Whatever you put your mind to, just keep going. Don't stop. If you stop, that's when you let the enemy win, and you let that negativity that's in your mind win, and you can't let that happen. You have to think positive, believe in God, believe in yourself, and just know that, everything happens for a reason. So write it out, whatever you do, that makes you feel at ease. For me, I love writing music and drawing and singing. So, whatever it takes for you to get it out, please get it out. Don't let it build up. Trust me, I've been doing that a lot in my life. That's why I feel like sometimes I break. But you can't. You have to accept it. But know that you have a better purpose. That's about it. This was my little story time. You know how sometimes you feel like you don't deserve to even be given this life. But you have to just know, I know I'm only crying because I know that, I'm gonna get through this. It's really, it hurts. I'll update you guys on another vlog soon. And yeah, this is me. This is, this is life. Life is going to kick you down, and you have to take it, It's gonna give you a couple punches. You're gonna dodge them motherfuckers, and you gonna keep going. You gotta laugh, you have to laugh. You gotta cry. You gotta emotions, man. We're human. Subscribe to my channel for more videos and more story times. And I appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much. And remember that we're created to create. So please create. Vibes. Over and out. Peace, guys.